Have you ever wondered why some people remain healthy and strong well into their 90s, while others struggle with health problems much earlier in life? It's not just about genetics. Daily habits play a significant role in determining how we age. The truth is, many seniors unknowingly make lifestyle choices that can shorten their lives or make their later years much harder than they need to be. The choices we make today, what we eat, how we move, and how we engage with others, can all impact the quality of our lives in the future. While the road to aging might feel like a winding path, it doesn't have to be a painful journey. By making mindful decisions now, we can protect our independence, sharpness, and overall well-being as we grow older. If you want to live comfortably and healthily until your 90s, avoiding 6 key lifestyle mistakes is essential. In this video, we'll uncover the most common habits that accelerate aging, weaken the body, and make daily life significantly more difficult as you get older. From simple health habits to diet mistakes, these are the things that can make or break your later years. Some of these may surprise you, but once you recognize them, you'll gain the power to change your future. So, make sure you stay tuned until the very end, because the last habit we discuss is something that most people do without realizing just how damaging it is. By the time we're done, you'll have a clear roadmap for making the right choices to stay active, sharp, and independent for as long as possible. Let's dive into it. Number 1. A consistent wake-up time. As we age, it's easy to fall into the mindset that slowing down is simply part of growing older. But the truth is, avoiding strength and mobility exercises can have devastating consequences. Weak muscles, stiff joints, and poor balance are often mistaken for the natural effects of aging, but they are usually the result of inactivity. The longer you avoid moving and strengthening your body, the harder it becomes to stay independent. Think about the simple tasks we often take for granted, like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or walking around a neighborhood. These once easy movements can suddenly feel more difficult, leaving you feeling frustrated and vulnerable. But that's not age creeping in, that's the result of muscle loss. After the age of 30, we lose muscle mass at a rate of about 3% per decade. If we don't make an effort to preserve our strength, by the time we reach our 70s or 80s, these losses can drastically affect our daily lives. The consequences are far more than just minor inconveniences. Poor balance and weak legs significantly increase the risk of falling, which is one of the leading causes of injury and hospitalization in older adults. Take the case of Peter, a 76-year-old from Madison, Wisconsin. Peter had always been active. He loved hiking, biking, and going for long walks. However, after he retired, he stopped exercising regularly. His daily walks around the neighborhood didn't seem like enough anymore. Over time, simple tasks became harder. Getting up from the couch, walking long distances, and even standing for too long. One fateful day, he tripped on a small rug in his living room and broke his hip. His doctor explained that muscle loss over the years made his bones more vulnerable. What should have been a minor stumble turned into months of recovery, and Peter never fully regained his mobility. On the flip side, seniors who commit to regular strength and mobility exercises see life-changing benefits. Simple resistance training, even with bodyweight exercises or light weights, can help maintain balance and confidence. Mobility exercises, stretching, joint-friendly movements, keep the body flexible, preventing stiffness and helping seniors feel more agile. So, what's the solution? It's never too late to start. Even if you've never lifted a weight in your life, small exercises like chair squats, leg raises, or light stretching can make a huge difference. Even walking is wonderful, but it's not enough to maintain your strength and flexibility. The reality is, the stronger you stay, the longer you stay independent. And in your later years, independence is everything. Number 2. Early exposure to natural sunlight. When we think of habits that add years to our life, something as simple as stepping into the morning light might not seem like a game changer, but it is. For those who live past 95, this one act, done quietly and consistently, is one of the most powerful yet overlooked parts of their morning. The reason is simple. Natural sunlight in the early part of the day resets your internal clock. It tells your body the day has begun, and this message triggers a cascade of healthy changes. Your cortisol levels regulate properly, giving you energy without stress. Your melatonin production, the hormone that helps you sleep, starts its countdown, preparing your body to wind down when evening comes. And most importantly, your mood shifts. Getting that early light, especially within the first hour of waking, helps balance serotonin, the brain chemical tied to happiness, focus, and emotional stability. People who consistently get morning sunlight tend to have fewer symptoms of depression, better memory, and steadier moods throughout the day. Think about someone like Alice, an 89-year-old from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Alice has lived in the same adobe house for over 50 years. Every morning, she opens the window next to her bed and sits with her morning tea. Sometimes she reads, sometimes she prays, sometimes she just listens to the sounds of the desert waking up. But that soft glow on her face? It's not just comforting, it's medicine. The benefits of sunlight aren't just about mood. It also helps your body make vitamin D, which supports bone strength, immune function, and even heart health. And the earlier you get that sunlight, the better your sleep will be at night.
Why?
Because our bodies weren't designed for dim apartments, artificial lights, and staring at screens first thing in the morning. We were built to wake up with the sun. The solution? You don't need a backyard or a porch swing to do this. Just open the curtains, stand by a window, step outside for 5 minutes. Let the light hit your face. No sunglasses, no glass in between. That light carries signals that nothing else can replace. It tells your body it's time to be awake, sharpens your thinking, and sends a signal of calm, clarity, and alertness to your entire system. Number 3. Hydrating first thing in the morning. Before they sip coffee, before they make breakfast, and often before they even speak to anyone, people who live past 95 tend to do one thing right after waking up. They drink water. And while it sounds almost too simple to matter, it's actually one of the most important ways to begin your day. Think about it. Your body has been at rest for 7, 8, sometimes 9 hours. You haven't eaten, you haven't drunk anything, and you haven't moved. During that time, your body is resting, repairing, and using its energy reserves. By the time you wake up, your system is slightly dehydrated, whether you feel it or not. Drinking water first thing does more than just quench your thirst. It reactivates your metabolism, jumpstarts digestion, and helps flush out the waste that built up while you slept. Your joints move better, your brain works faster, and your blood flows more smoothly. I once met a man named John, a 92-year-old from Raleigh, North Carolina, who lived on his own and was as sharp as a tack. Every morning, before breakfast, he would pour himself a tall glass of room-temperature water with a slice of lemon. John told me it wasn't about being healthy, it's just how he felt most alive. He said that without it, he couldn't think straight. That simple habit was doing more for his body than most pills could. Hydration supports every major system in your body. Your kidneys, your heart, your digestion, your brain. When those systems are well watered, they function smoothly. When they're dry, everything slows down. But here's the thing. Many seniors don't even feel thirsty in the morning. That sense of thirst becomes dulled with age. This is why making hydration a habit you do automatically is so important. So what's the solution? You don't need fancy sports drinks or expensive powders. Just water, maybe with a little lemon, or warm if you prefer. Pure water is one of the best gifts you can give your body before the day even begins. Start tomorrow, just 1 glass. Let your body feel what it's been missing. Longevity doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from these small, consistent choices. Number 4. Light movement or stretching. People who live to 95 and beyond rarely roll out of bed and go straight to the couch. They move, and not because they're training for anything, but because they know that motion, no matter how small, is what keeps the body alive. That movement could be 10 minutes of gentle stretching, it could be walking down the driveway, or it might even be a bit of Tai Chi in the living room, or simply rotating the ankles before getting dressed. But it's not random. It's intentional, and it sends a powerful message to every muscle and joint. You still matter. You're still needed. Take someone like Leonard, an 87-year-old from Portland, Oregon. Every morning, he goes through the same routine: 5 neck rolls, 10 shoulder circles, a few forward bends, and a minute or two of balance work near the kitchen counter. No equipment, just him, his body, and the habit of staying connected to it. And you can see it in how he moves. There's no hesitation when he gets up from a chair. No wincing when he ties his shoes. He moves like someone who's told his body every day, "We're still doing this." Too many people stop moving because they're afraid of injury or because they've been told to take it easy. But what most don't realize is that the less you move, the more you lose. Muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and independence slowly slips away. But light movement, that's how you hold the line. You don't have to do big workouts. You just have to send the signal every morning that your body still has a job, and that job is to carry you through the day with strength and confidence. Stretching also tells your nervous system, we're not rushing today. It slows your breathing, anchors your mind, and brings you back into your body after hours of stillness. And for many, it's a moment of peace, a space to listen inward before the noise of the world begins. It's deeply protective, too. Studies show that consistent daily movement, especially in the morning, can reduce inflammation, lower blood sugar, and improve cognitive performance throughout the day. It helps your digestive system, your spine, your posture, and even your emotional regulation. Number 5. A moment of quiet reflection. If you look closely at the morning routines of people who live long, steady lives, you'll often find something hidden between the motion and the meal: stillness. A moment of quiet. Sometimes it's prayer, sometimes it's just sitting still and listening to their own breath. But it's always intentional, and it always happens before the busyness of the day takes over. This moment doesn't need a name. It doesn't need incense, a meditation cushion, or a perfect setting. All it needs is your attention turned inward, just for a little while. Because what this habit does is more than just spiritual, it's physiological. It regulates your stress hormones, calms your nervous system, lowers your heart rate, and gives your brain a gentle pause before the world begins making demands. I think of someone like Helen, an 85-year-old from Charleston, South Carolina, who every morning sits in the same wooden chair by her bedroom window with a small notepad. No phone, no TV, no talking. Just 10 minutes of writing down 3 things she's grateful for, followed by 1 minute of silence. She says it keeps her grounded, keeps her kind. And there's a real reason this practice helps people age well. Aging doesn't just bring physical changes, it brings emotional ones, too. Without a steady place to process those feelings, they build up like static in the background of the mind. But when you give yourself a place to pause, before breakfast, before the chores, before the news, you give your emotions space to breathe. And that breath, it changes everything. People who reflect quietly in the morning often report better emotional regulation, less anxiety, and more consistent energy throughout the day. They're less likely to feel overwhelmed by small setbacks, they recover faster from stress, and they tend to be more forgiving, with others and with themselves. Number 6. A light, nourishing breakfast. The people who make it to 95 and beyond rarely start their day with a heavy, greasy plate or a sugary rush. Instead, they reach for something simple, something clean, something their body can use, not just to get through the morning, but to feel good while doing it. Breakfast in their world isn't a cheat meal or an afterthought. It's a quiet form of self-respect. It's a way of saying, I'm fueling myself for the day ahead, and the key word is light. These are the folks who usually eat in moderation. A bowl of oatmeal, a boiled egg, maybe a slice of whole grain toast with a bit of nut butter. It's not complicated, but it's deeply thoughtful. Take George, a 91-year-old from Chicago, who still lives with his wife of 65 years. Every morning, they sit at the kitchen table with half a grapefruit, 2 scrambled eggs, and a cup of tea. He says it's the same breakfast he's had since he was in the Navy. But here's what he doesn't always say: that breakfast keeps his blood sugar stable, his digestion smooth, and his mind clear until lunchtime. Because the truth is, what you eat in the morning determines how the rest of your day unfolds. If you overload your system, you feel sluggish, heavy, irritable. If you skip breakfast, your energy crashes and your cravings spike. But a light, nourishing meal that keeps your engine running smoothly and steadily? That's the kind of fuel you need. It's not just about calories, it's about quality. A balance of protein, fiber, and healthy fats. These support your brain, your hormones, your gut, and even your emotional well-being. Now that we've walked through these 6 simple but powerful morning habits, it's clear that longevity isn't about grand gestures. It's about consistency. The small, quiet decisions we make every day that add up to a life well lived. These habits aren't flashy. They don't require a gym, a prescription, or a complicated schedule. What they do require is something more valuable: consistency. Maybe you're already waking up at the same time each day, enjoying the sunlight, hydrating first thing, or moving your body in small ways. If so, you're on the right path. These morning habits are setting the foundation for years to come. But if some of this feels new to you, don't let that overwhelm you. Start small. Pick one habit and begin tomorrow. Longevity isn't about perfection. It's about taking consistent, mindful steps toward a better, more fulfilling life. Thank you for watching. We'd love to hear what resonated with you and what changes you plan to make in your own mornings. Leave a comment below, share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe. Your support helps us create more content that informs and inspires. Thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.